Hello and welcome to We Talk English. My name is Kashish, and I would like to share with you how I managed to conquer my fear of speaking English. My hope is that my experiences might inspire you. On a bright sunny day, while I was relaxing in my Hyde Park London, I observed people engaging in lively conversations and enjoying themselves. They appeared so relaxed and joyful. I could catch fragments of their English conversations, which sounded melodious and enchanting. I longed to join in, but a nervous feeling twisted in my stomach. Speaking English made me feel uneasy. My heart would pound, and my hands would tremble. However, that day I resolved to make a change. I aspired to speak English with fluency. I had always admired those who spoke English confidently. They seemed so self-assured and intelligent. I understood that mastering English could open many opportunities for me, making new friends, traveling to different places, and even advancing my career. The potential benefits were numerous, but overcoming my fear was the first step. I was aware that this journey would be challenging. Previous attempts to learn English had ended in frustration, but this time I was determined to succeed. I decided to start with small steps. I retrieved my old English textbook from school. Though it was dusty, it was still usable. I opened it and began reading. The words were familiar, yet I struggled with pronunciation. I began with simple sentences like, "How are you?" and "My name is Kashish." These initial efforts felt minor, but they were significant for me. Each attempt boosted my confidence a bit more. I reassured myself that I could do this. I just needed to persist. One evening, I stood before my bedroom mirror, took a deep breath and said, "Hello, my name is Kashish." My voice was hesitant, but I continued, "I want to learn English." I repeated these phrases several times. With each repetition, I felt slightly more at ease. Speaking to myself in the mirror became a daily practice. I would recount my day in English like saying, "Today I went to the park. I saw a beautiful bird." Though these sentences were simple, they were helpful for practicing. I observed my mouth's movements and focused on my pronunciation. Occasionally, I made funny faces, which made the practice more enjoyable. I have a pet cat named Luna, a fluffy white feline with large blue eyes. Luna loves to curl up on my lap and purr. One day, I decided to practice English with her. Although she didn't understand English, she was a good listener. I started greeting her each morning with, "Good morning, Luna." Her purring made me happy, marking a small triumph. I spoke to Luna about everything. "Luna, today I will study English." And, "Luna, I'm going to the store." Though Luna didn't respond, I imagined she was encouraging me. Speaking to Luna eased my loneliness and alleviated my fear of making mistakes since she wouldn't judge me. To stay motivated, I set small goals. My initial goal was to learn 10 new words each week. I wrote these words on sticky notes and placed them around my room. Words like apple, book, cat, and dog. Every time I saw a sticky note, I would pronounce the word out loud. By the end of the week, I had mastered all 10 words. My next goal was to use these words in sentences. For example, I have an apple, and this is a book. I practiced these sentences until they felt natural. Achieving these small goals made me feel accomplished and showed that I was making progress. One day, I discussed my English practice with my friend Mia, who was also learning English. She suggested that we study together, which I thought was a great idea. Having a study partner would make learning more enjoyable. We arranged to meet at the park every Saturday morning. During our first study session, we sat on a bench under a large oak tree, taking turns practicing our sentences. Hello, my name is Kashish. And, nice to meet you, Kashish. My name is Mia. We laughed at our mistakes and supported each other. Studying with Mia eased my nerves, and I realized I wasn't alone on this journey. Reading aloud was another technique I used to enhance my English. I picked up my favorite book, The Little Prince, and began reading it in English. Initially, it was challenging. I stumbled over words and had to look up their meanings, but I persisted. I read a bit each day, which helped improve my pronunciation and intonation. It also expanded my vocabulary, introducing me to new words like planet, rose, and fox. Understanding the story better made me feel like I was part of the Little Prince's adventures. Watching English movies was another enjoyable way to learn. I chose films with English subtitles and watched them regularly. Finding Nemo was one of the first movies I watched, and I learned new words and phrases from it, such as fish and just keep swimming. Watching the movie multiple times helped me understand more of the dialogue and imitate the characters' speech, making learning exciting. Writing in English helped me structure my thoughts. I began keeping a diary, writing about my daily activities. For instance, today I went to the store and bought some apples. I met Mia at the park, and we studied English together. Writing improved my grammar and sentence structure. I also enjoyed writing short stories about Luna's adventures in the garden, such as her chasing a butterfly or climbing a tree. This creative writing made learning English feel like a fun game. To practice English with more people, I joined an online forum for English learners called English Buddies. People from around the world joined to practice English. I introduced myself with a post. Hi, I'm Kashish from Spain. I'm learning English. I received many welcoming messages and participated in discussions on various topics. This interaction helped improve my writing and reading skills and made me feel part of a supportive community. Learning English wasn't always easy. There were frustrating moments when some words were difficult to pronounce and certain grammar rules were confusing. Yet, I reminded myself of my initial goal, to speak English fluently and connect with others. Whenever I faced a challenge, I took a deep breath and persevered. I sought help from friends, Mia, and the online community. Their support helped me stay patient and view each mistake as a learning opportunity. I celebrated my progress with small rewards, such as treating myself to ice cream after learning 10 new words or buying a new book after finishing one in English. Celebrating these milestones kept me motivated. Looking back, I was proud of how far I had come. My confidence grew and I could speak English without fear. I realized that the fear was mostly mental. Regular practice, joining a group, using technology, learning from mistakes, preparing in advance, seeking feedback, immersing myself in English, and relaxing all contributed to overcoming my fear of speaking English. One day, I decided to challenge myself further by ordering coffee in English at a local cafe frequented by tourists. When the barista responded, "Coming right up," I felt a surge of pride. I had spoken English in public without fear. My journey to overcome the fear of speaking English was about more than just learning a language. It involved personal growth, patience, persistence, and positivity. I made new friends and discovered new interests. I embraced the ups and downs of the journey and now enjoy speaking English. If I can do it, so can you. Remember, the path may be challenging, but with perseverance and the right strategies, you can conquer your fear of speaking English. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and celebrate each step forward. You've got this. After deciding to change and taking the initial steps, my next focus was on consistent daily practice. I understood that consistent practice was essential for building confidence and improving my skills. To make real progress, I needed to integrate English practice into my daily routine, and consistency was key. I designated specific times each day for various activities. Mornings for speaking practice, afternoons for listening, and evenings for reading and writing. Each morning began with simple exercises. I would greet myself in the mirror, saying, "Good morning, Kashish," and then describe my plans for the day like, "Today, I will go to the market. I need to buy apples and bread." This routine became a habit, and I looked forward to these sessions. Speaking to myself in English became a daily ritual, and I used every opportunity to practice, even if it meant talking out loud alone. I also practiced by describing my surroundings. While walking to the store, I would talk about what I observed. There is a red car, the sky is blue, and that tree is very tall. This exercise enhanced my vocabulary and observational skills. At home, I described my room. My bed is next to the window. There is a bookshelf full of books, and I have a lamp on my desk. These descriptions made me more comfortable using English in daily situations. As mentioned, my cat Luna played a crucial role in my practice routine. Every morning I greeted her in English. "Good morning, Luna. How are you today?" Her purring made me smile, and I shared my plans with her. "Luna, today I will clean the house. Do you want to help?" Talking to Luna made practicing English less intimidating and more enjoyable. To further enhance my speaking skills, I began recording myself. I used my phone to record short speeches or conversations. I would listen to the recordings and note areas for improvement. I paid attention to my pronunciation, intonation, and clarity. Over time, I noticed my speech becoming more fluent and natural. Engaging in conversations with others was also vital. I reached out to friends who were also learning English and suggested we practice together. We created a WhatsApp group named English Chat, where we communicated exclusively in English. We shared our thoughts, plans, and jokes, which helped me feel more comfortable with conversational English. We also engaged in role-playing different scenarios, such as ordering food in a restaurant or making plans over the phone. These role-plays prepared us for real-life situations and increased my confidence. Technology significantly aided my learning process. I downloaded various language learning apps, with Learn English Fast being my favorite. It offered diverse exercises, from vocabulary games to pronunciation practice. I spent 30 minutes each afternoon on the app, starting with basic exercises and advancing to more complex levels. The app's instant feedback was helpful for tracking my progress and identifying areas for improvement. YouTube proved to be a valuable resource, with many channels offering tutorials on English grammar and conversational skills. I also focused on reading, starting with children's books like The Cat in the Hat by Dr. Seuss. The rhymes and illustrations made reading enjoyable. Gradually, I progressed to more advanced books like Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. Reading aloud helped with pronunciation and vocabulary expansion. Writing in English, such as keeping a daily journal and creating short stories about Luna's adventures, helped me improve grammar and sentence structure. To interact with a broader community, I joined English Buddies, an online forum for English learners. The forum allowed me to engage in discussions, ask questions, and receive feedback, enhancing my writing and reading skills. Listening to English podcasts, like Wanderlust, improved my listening skills and introduced new vocabulary. I also enjoyed watching TV shows with English subtitles, such as Friends. Over time, I understood more without relying on subtitles and picked up informal conversational phrases. Music was a fun way to practice English. Singing along to simple songs like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star and pop songs like Taylor Swift's Love Story helped improve my pronunciation and rhythm. I also worked on pronunciation through exercises and tongue twisters, such as She Sells Seashells by the Seashore, which made my speech clearer. Learning idioms from a book on common English expressions and using them in conversations added color to my language. Feedback from friends and teachers was crucial. They pointed out areas for improvement and provided helpful tips. Celebrating progress, such as treating myself to ice cream for learning new words or buying a new book for finishing one, kept me motivated. My daily practice was a journey filled with growth and discovery. It was challenging yet rewarding, and each day brought increased confidence and fluency. I embraced the process and enjoyed the journey. I hope my story encourages you to practice English daily. Remember, consistency and perseverance are key. Incorporate various methods into your routine, stay motivated, and celebrate every achievement. You can reach your goals with dedication and persistence. Keep practicing and enjoy the journey.